My injury was caused from an infection in my bloodstream. I had a hysterectomy that went sour, and it ended up in my bloodstream. And where it went, nobody knew, and it landed in my shoulder, which I think landed there due to the fact of me having a breast reduction at the beginning of last year. But yet my shoulder was fine until after the hysterectomy. After the hysterectomy, I was very sick. I had no strength in none of my body parts, and everything started getting better but my arms. Both arms went down. I had cortisone shots in both arms. Right arm turned out great. Left arm could not move. I had no clue what was going on. And finally, when they realized that they thought it was bursitis, it was not. And to this day, honestly, they still really don't know what happened. But I got a lot of inflammation built up in my clavicle, all the way into my bursae, down my bicep area. And when they finally decided to do surgery, they had to go in there and clean it all up. And I removed half my bursae. And they've really worked on my bicep and had to take out a tendon and clean it up. And so I lost all mobility of my left arm due to all this. I started out at a therapy closer to where I live, because for gas reasons, obviously, and I was at a stale pace. I was not moving any further. And he wanted me to come into where there would be water therapy, and he highly recommended KORT. And I thought, at this point of the game, I've been in therapy since November of 2011. I would do anything to get my arm back, because I was ready to cut it off. And so when I started KORT, they put me in the water, and it has been the most wonderful treatment ever. If it wasn't for the aquatic therapy, I would not be here today able to move the arm to this much. So, I mean, KORT has been, it has brought my arm back to where I could actually go back to work and do my job. I am just a secretary, but still answering the phones and typing is difficult. Getting in the water, first I was very nervous about it, thinking, well, how's this going to help? Actually, when you get in, the water's not strong, but yet you're in there, and when you're in water, it makes you move body parts and muscles that you don't normally do on a normal basis. And I think that, and it's easier to move. That may be kind of controversy what I just said, but it is easier to move your body, and you're able to actually put your arm or your body parts in places that you normally couldn't do if you were just walking normally without water around you. And I think I was able to stretch my arm with the different therapies that they had me in the water than I could do on dry land. So, I mean, I can't even stress how much important. If you are recommended to go to aquatic therapy, don't hesitate. It is one-on-one. I have been in other therapies where they're not quite as one-on-one. KORT is there for you. They care for you. They care for everybody around you, but when they're there at your appointment time, they're there with you. Your people that are standing beside you do not leave you. They tell you to go do your exercises, and then they just pop in. They've been there for you, and they're always going to be there. I